these people in here. Naharam Gegyo. I hope it's running. I hope it's real. Alright, that's up. Is Twitch up? Hey sis. Like. Let me send this out real quick. Hey, ooh, ooh, bah, ow. Bitch, what? Alright. Yo. Oh. Jazz said, hi, hey Slick. Gemini, what's going on? Welcome in. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Welcome in. Make sure that y'all hit that share button. FYP in that chat. I sound doubled. Oh, hold on. Not that. I don't know why I sound doubled. That's kind of crazy. Let me see. La. Oh, I don't know why it's doubled. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I got both of them up, but they're both muted. Well, not open to be open, but they both muted. Yeah, I don't know why it's doubled. I was having issues earlier with me not having a fucking mic. That was a whole damn trip. Welcome in. What's up, Roxy? I know that I'm doubled. I don't know why I'm doubled, but let me see. Did that fix it? Am I still doubled? I'm good, okay. I don't know what the hell. It gave me an external mic.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Ain't no fucking way with this goddamn commercials. All right, I'm just waiting for Mo to come back. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Make sure that y'all hashtag FYP. That is not a hashtag. Hashtag FYP in the chat. Yo, today's topic, we are talking about DJ running it back. We're talking about old school 90s R&B hip hop music compared to today's music. what's good, what's not, what albums are elite, what artists are elite, what all of that stuff. Oh no. She came in as a Schmeagle. Hold on, y'all. Let me zoom in. Look. Her feet. Ugh. Alright. Tap up the screens, you guys. Tap up the screen. And let me talk about today's music. What about today's music is hitting? What do you like? What you don't like? All that. Talking about it all here on Peach Tea Podcast. Make sure that y'all share this shit out. What's up, Jamal? What's up? What's going on? How you doing? How you living? How you doing? How you living?
And I'm back.
Yeah, I had to zoom out because you was a coochie Smeagol.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. I just ain't want to do you like that.
I apologize.
I ain't want to do you like that. Yes, here we are. We looking good. We looking fine. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Velvet? Thank you so much for the daily heart, me, Nisi. Hi, guys. It's been a minute. Well, a couple of days since y'all seen me.
What is that, Velvet?
Live. But I'm here now. I found you, Daddy. Guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes. Hey. Oh. Hey. Pop that coochie for a real nigga. Pop it. I ain't say that. I ain't say that. Alright, let's see. I think I shared it out. You know I have to hurry up and correct myself. Cause what? Yo, 8 motherfuckers in the building so far. What's going on? Welcome in, Nisi. Thank you so much for the daily heart me as well as the Go Popular. Jamal, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Thank you so much, Mariah. Thank you so much for the likes. Let's run these likes up, tap up that screen. Make sure that y'all hit the share button. If you're new here, hit that motherfucking follow button. Cause like, what are you doing? What's going on? Golden Batty in the building. What's going on? Jay Baby, what's going on? Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. What's going on? What's going on, you guys? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Oh, excuse me. Let me turn that down. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm so happy that you guys are here with me today on Peach Tea Podcast, where the talk is sweet. No, wait, where the tea is sweet. I gotta get that together. Where the tea is sweet, but the talk is spicy. You feel what I'm saying? It's Peach Tea, baby. We're talking about DJ. Run that shit back, motherfucker. Wait, hold on, Dick. Yes. DJ, run that shit the fuck back. Put it the fuck back. Yeah, we need we need to talk about this. Music is definitely a passion of me and Mo's. Like, we love music. We love music. I know everybody loves music, but not the way that we do. We talk in music.
What is that, Velvet?
Like, there are songs that we can literally send to each other that that describe exactly what's going on at that moment. And we would understand what the hell it is. because that's just the language that we speak. We speak in music notes. Clef note,
Oh
clef note.
yeah.
Truthfully, we speak music for sure. Just to let y'all know that we are live on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time, playing with Peaches, of course, and at playing with Peaches. What is it? YouTube is at Peach T, Peach TV podcast, THEE. But yes, we are here. We're live. We're direct. We're talking about it. We're on one, baby. We're talking about all the shit that music entails, that music gives to us from the early 90s until now. Like, we just talking about all the good shit. All the good shit. We're gonna be talking about our top musics that like is a run through. Like, you cannot, no skips, motherfucker. I was about to say the N-word. No skips, motherfucker. We talking about all of that shit. Let's start off, Mo, with talking about what is it? What's up, Trippy? What's going on? Welcome in. And thank you, Nisi, for those lightning bolts. I appreciate you. What is it that makes an artist for you?
For me, I feel like there's a distinction for people who really take it serious, because I feel like there's a difference between people who just make music just for, I guess for the fun of it, but there are people who really pour their heart and soul into it, and you can always tell that their music is always made with a little bit of extra love. And I'm one of those people. I do like to watch smaller artists grow and succeed, and there's people who really take the time and set themselves apart by consistently, challenging themselves to do new things and step outside their comfort zone.
Right.
And I feel like, to take it a step further, will always set people apart. What about you?
Hold on. First, Mariah said me and my fiance do that, talking about they talking in music. And hey, sis, what's going on, sis? In the building.
Sometimes there's just a song that fits the situation perfectly.
Honestly. What makes an artist to me, I feel as though when they have, and I'm speaking about music as a whole, like hip hop and R&B, if because that's what we're really talking about today, with a little dash or whatever, a unique sound.
Yes.
I want to hear somebody that does not sound like everybody else. And I don't know if it's because I was raised in this era of the 80s and 90s hip hop where every literal person that came out did not sound like the other. Everybody was struggling to sound different from everybody else. And I love that. And it wasn't even like a real struggle. It was just the sheer fact that motherfuckers was like, oh, this person got his own flow, so I'm going to come out and I'm going to show what I got. It wasn't somebody riding the same beat and everybody rapping with the same cadence and stuff like that. Like you said, too, you could definitely tell when somebody puts their all into their music, when you could feel their soul. There are certain songs for me that do that too. Like, I could just hear them singing, or them rapping, and I could feel them in that song.
Yeah, for sure.
If you could make me feel you in music, what's up, Takia? What's going on? Welcome in. If you could make me feel you in music, then we good. And what for you, Mo? Let's go to albums real quick. For you, what makes? How many songs do you have to like on the album for it to be a hot album?
Honestly, for me, I kind of have to feel like I gotta enjoy more than half of the album. For me, I'm thinking like a good 75-80% for me to be like, okay, this is a good album. Now, I would say I've definitely heard albums where it's like, you play it and it's like, the songs that you like, it might be like maybe like 4 or 5 tracks. But if you one of them people who got like an 18 track album and I'm only feeling like 5, 6, I'm gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, that don't equate. That don't equate.
Yeah.
Like,
So I really gotta feel like I gotta be able to listen to it and be like, wow, like I wanna feel like I can't wait to hear what the next song is gonna bring. Or I take into consideration how the songs flow together in
right.
the order that they were put in. You know what I mean? Like that shit is important to me when I
Yeah.
consider a good album. So yeah, I would say, and that would me just maybe being picky, but I need a
What's up,
solid
Jasmine?
75, 80%.
See, back in the day, in the 90s, when I was growing up, um, it was the best time to be alive. It was the best time. Chips was $1, the big bag. Candy was like a quarter. We had quarter waters. You know, go to the poppy store, get you a little $2 hero for the fucking school trips. You know, shit was really lovely back in the day. It was real good, and music was even better. Okay. We had Columbia House where you get your 10 CDs for a fucking penny. We had so much of good shit. For me back in the day, albums didn't really consist of too many songs, and they wasn't ODing or whatever the case is, but how I measured it was if the album had like 4 or 5 songs on it that was just like straight bangers, I was like, all right, this album is decent, it's good. So that's what I was
Yeah.
going with. Like, I was like, okay, if this is now, I honestly, I have not really listened to an album. The last album that I listened to was that fucking Justin Timberlake. I mean, not Justin, Justin Bieber one for Christmas with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all,
we was.
She had
Yeah.
never heard Journals, and that's a no skip album in my opinion.
Yes.
Out of her on.
Justin Bieber Journals,
Yeah, he's
really
his
good
stuff.
album. It's a really good fucking album. The chat has saying they've been liking Coco Jones. I love Coco. I love her voice. Her voice is
love
so
Coco
fucking
Jones.
rich. Her voice is so
Yes.
rich. I really have been feeling Mariah the Scientist's new album. They blew up Burning Blue. There's better.
Yeah, I do like Burning Blue. I actually haven't heard her album in its entirety yet. But don't get me wrong, like I do like Mariah the Scientist. Her last 2 albums, I first discovered like her music, I'm gonna say that was like 2019, and I was like, oh, I like her writing style and stuff like that. But I haven't taken the time to indulge in what she's released lately.
I don't really listen to music of today like that unless it pops up for me, because I'm very much stuck in the 90s, sadly. It's not
Ain't
sad
nothing
because
wrong
it's
with
real
that.
it's real good music.
Oh, back then we really were alive in a great time for music.
I was like 90s and early 2000s, baby. You could catch me with my motherfucking CD player. I had we had this fucking thing called Sharper Image. Sharper Image is not really around like that unless it's like on fucking the internet or whatever. But Sharper Image used to send out these magazines, and in the magazine they had like mad fucking expensive ass shit. And for my birthday, I had wanted a CD player, right? And I had got this see-through glass, like it was like some fucking Wave of the Future type shit where the doors open, they slide to the side, and you could put three CDs in that bitch. I still got it, but it's in storage. But I still got that shit. Yeah. No, Sasha Kibu I listen to.
Oh, I love Sasha Kiebel.
Beetlejuice by Mariah is my favorite. By her, helped me a lot in my divorce. And then Sasha Kiebel, Jordan Simone, Bella, Luna, L, all dope artists too that I love. I only know Sasha Kiebel. I'll take a listen, but I feel as though, I feel like those artists are trying to bring back the sound of like R&B, but I feel like a lot of the R&B and hip hop is lost. considering or trying that everybody's trying to do whatever it is that they're doing, if you want to call it that. Sally the Statty, what's going on? Welcome in. But yeah, check them out. They're very soulful. I do love a good soulful artist. But I was talking about that the other day though with
What is that,
who was
Velvet?
I talking to? Amber coming through. Thank you so much, Amber. I can't remember who I was talking to, but we was talking about music, and we were saying that how artists, they back then they sounded like way different than what they do now. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
the whole sound of whatever, like you can definitely differentiate who was who. DMX did not sound
What
like
is
Busta.
that,
Busta did
Velvet?
not sound like Nas. Nas did not sound like Jay did not sound like Big. All of them equally different. Eminem, Dr. Dre, you knew by the sound of their voice who the fuck was singing. Now I feel like today these rappers, everybody be jocking each other's beats, or they be on the same kind of beats, or they into that whole mumble rap type of bullshit. Like, for me, they all sound the same, and which is why I can't get with it. Like, I can't listen to it for real. And I literally, Ja Rule is too. He came out and nobody sounded like him. Big Pun, fucking Too Short. Like, none of them sounded the same. Nobody sounded the same. Fucking Outkast. Like, nobody sounded the
Right.
same. And now you have all these rappers that's coming out. They all whippity ba, whippity doobity ba, whippity got people, whoop whoop beep. Like, nah, I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit at all.
Nah, but I feel you. I do think that I feel like probably like the last like
Agreed.
10, 15 years or so, there has been just that whole push to be marketable
Right.
and copy things that are already existing to see, oh, let's see if we can take this and shape this into something else. And you know, for some people it works because we are living in a time where they really care more about how marketable you are versus you actually having talent. But I feel like on the flip side, now that music is a lot easier to discover these days, you
Mhm.
find all types of stuff, scrolling through social media, or if anybody subscribes to any like music platforms, sometimes they'll throw stuff into your algorithm just to introduce you to things that you've maybe never heard before.
Mhm.
So to me, it's always nice to come across somebody that I've never heard. I'll be like, oh, what's this? Who's that?
Yeah.
I kind of like that, to not want to go with the masses and really find their footing and make their own sound.
99% of the new people that I do listen to is because Mo, Poodle, and Rue done put me on to them. So I wouldn't know about these people because I'm so stuck in a 90s bubble, and I'm stuck in a fucking time warp. That I find out people on my own too, but a lot of them come from Mo, Poodle, or Rule. Shout out to y'all for exposing me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have a really well-rounded friend group as far as like our musical taste, because we all listen to different types of music,
Yeah.
and then we all have our own like little corner pocket of what we really like a lot. So it's always nice to share things. I know all the time when you're streaming and I'll hear a song on, I'll be like, oh, this is my jam.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Because I done stole it from y'all. Honestly. Amber, thank you so much for the heart me. Portia, thank you so much for the heart me. Shout out to everybody. What's going on? Welcome. We are in the midst of talking about telling that DJ to run it back. We're talking about the difference between 90s and 2000 music and today music, the whole music scene, albums, all of that stuff. It's a lot to talk about, baby. It's a lot to talk about, so I appreciate that everybody is here. Make sure that y'all smash that follow button if y'all have not done so. Also hit the share and hashtag FYP in the chat for me, please. Thank you. Renique, what's going on? I saw you. What's going on? How you doing, Bo? How you doing? You all right? Everything good? Looking good? Smelling good? Feeling good? Everybody all right? All right. Nene, what's going on as well? Thank you. Thank you. That's why I like watching The Voice. Still sometimes hear something new. You know who I was excited to hear from? The little cousin from fucking Sinners. His voice was definitely different.
Oh yeah.
With his little fine ass. Yeah, his voice was fucking different as shit. I didn't even believe that was his voice at first, to be honest. When we was watching the movie, I was like, that ain't him. I'm like, why they got this man voicing over like this harsh ass old man voice? They got him, but that shit is him, and it's like, okay,
yeah, he
well,
came on the mic booming, yeah,
right, exactly. What was I about to fucking say? Damn, but yeah, we was talking about like the originality of things. It's no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah, things are just really different, and I do miss the times of people really taking time and telling a story with the music and really being in depth lyrically.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like right now, as far as like R&B music, we're in a great time. We have some really good R&B artists that are out right now, but somewhat for the other genres, it's just like there's a few sprinkled in amongst the chaos, but you listen and be like, what are they talking about? What is this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? To another differentiation. Music back in the day didn't glorify what music artists glorify today, like the rappers.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
Rappers back in the day, they talk about flexing on you and all this whole bunch of stuff, but they also told a story with their music, like DMX. All I want, my favorite fucking song, a politicking with this chicken, wondering if I'm a little hood rap bitch for 26 named Tamika. Coming through like I do, getting my ball on. This motherfucker told stories with his shit.
Right.
And you could see the shit. Even if you didn't see the video, it's like you could see the video play in your head just by listening to it. I feel like they don't do that. Like you said, they don't do that no more. But it's just the sheer fact, the glorification. Like they talked about getting ass and all that whole bunch of stuff. But now I feel like today's culture is so much geared towards popping ass and pussy. Nothing wrong with that. Popping ass and pussy and popping pills and like drug culture and stuff. Like it just really fucking flipped real bad.
Yeah. And that's because they were already talking about those things, but like those would be the songs like the club hits. You would go to the club, hear them songs and be like, yeah, that's my jam. Mm-hmm. But I do agree that it definitely did flip, because it's like, at least before, there was some sort of duality where you would get, we might be partying on this track, but the next track we might be actually talking about, societal issues and economics. There's actually a flip side, because it's not all just party, shake ass, pop pills.
Mm-hmm. And then not to mention, they'll throw a little love song in there. Because let's not forget, like, all of them, or every last one of our 90s thugs and all that whole bunch of shit, Busta Big, all of them, or touched like a soft side and was trying to cater to the women as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fucking you tonight. Here's another one. I mean, that wasn't the best.
Yes,
that wasn't the best idea, but
No, it's still a 10 out of 10 track,
Absolutely.
Fuck that other guy, though. We don't talk about him over here.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Fecal Matters. Mr. PP Pressure Man. Listen, real crazy. We're not gonna talk about that. Well, I mean, we could because let's be honest, he held down the '90s, baby, in the 2000s. He
Yeah,
was
he
trapped in
did.
the closet and had
Yeah.
47 fucking 47,000 fucking issues of trapped in the closet while he was in the closet.
Man, crazy time.
I will never downplay his genius. He's a shitty ass person, but
Yeah, shitty person, but
musical
musically
genius.
talented.
Musical genius. Crazy.
Yeah.
Just like the Diddler.
Yeah.
Diddler held down, but you could not go nowhere where Bad Boys was not Bad Boys. Like they was everywhere.
No, they really were.
Everywhere. It wasn't no place that you couldn't fucking diddy bop. It wasn't nobody not wearing no shiny fucking something.
Right.
Oversized suits. And then you want to be out here fucking being a diddler. He got the biggest fucking stock in Johnson's baby oil.
Crazy work. Very crazy work. The things that these people like to spend their money on. But
Okay.
What do I know?
Ridiculous. But back to we're back to what we was talking about. Like all right, so who do you think has like the biggest cultural impact, a 90s legend or a modern star? Like say cultural, like Tupac, Whitney, Biggie, Mariah, or modern day like Drake, Beyonce, Bad Bunny, SZA.
I mean, I'll speak from personal experience, just who I think has been very influential overall. And I mean, I'm older now, but so it's like my look back into like past music. I've always loved music since I was a kid, but like I never really growing up, I will say that I wasn't heavily introduced to like oldies music back then. Like I had, my great grandparents and they listened to certain things, but nobody was ever like, oh, you gotta listen to this and yada yada yada. So, I will say that I do recognize the impact and hands down, like as far as like R&B and just like setting a tone, we got to talk about Brandy, because even though
Yes.
I feel like for people who are really like true fans of artistry and just vocal talent, they
Not
did it
T-Boz
flowers
and P, not T-Boz.
Oh yeah, no, because to say that T-Boz is talented like that is crazy work. I mean, shout out to her. Don't get me wrong.
Shout out to
Love her
T-Boz though.
down.
Yeah, we love TLC.
Yeah, she's not a powerhouse singer by any means, but love her. But yeah, Brandy definitely changed the game, just as far as they love to call her the vocal Bible. The girl runs for days, will break it down for you to literally understand how to do a run. Love her musically. 10 out of 10. So yes. And then of course, even though I'm not a huge like Beyonce stan like that, culturally she shifted the game. I mean,
She really did.
Yeah, it's like to go from being in a girl group and then to going solo and having the kind of run that she's having, like 10 out of 10. I gotta give her
Absolutely.
props too. Yeah. For the newer girlies, I do think that SZA she's not a powerhouse singer by any means, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I've loved SZA. I've listened to her since like the first EP, like See SZA Run. I've been a fan for like over a decade now. So I was actually really surprised to see that her career had that trajectory. And I do like to see other quirky Black girls have the spotlight, because I identified with being that quirky Black girl myself at that age, and it's just like to see another girl that was just into weird stuff and esoterics like me, it was nice to see. So I do feel like we're in a really great place as far as like what the youth have to look up to, as far as like be yourself and do what you want to do. I love that.
Yeah. Back in the day, damn, I can't, because there's so many people that are like legendary. Back in the day, I would have to say Michael Jackson.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
Who the fuck was bigger than Mike?
Nobody in the history.
Exactly. Mike was like
God. To get to new heights.
Yo, and for him to be cross-platform, like cross-country, like everybody
literally
in every fucking country, yes, a global fucking sensation.
He had such an influence that he's known for generations. He will literally be known in history for a long
and loved by everybody, because these kids, even now, that are now discovering Michael Jackson, are like, what the fuck? They like, oh, they over there like grabbing a crotch and doing all the stuff that Michael Jackson was doing, baby.
That weird.
They out here humping air like Mike did, all that. So yeah, today I would have to say Beyonce. Is there people that I feel like could be better than where they are? Yeah. Who though? I would have to think on that one.
You think just like new people who are new now that have like a factor to become that big?
You know what? If we think about Michael Jackson and Beyonce, they both literally have quite similar star-like capabilities. They entertain. That's their thing. They're entertainers. Michael Jackson will go on the stage and he will put on a show. He's not a standstill singer. He's not gonna just sing to you and that be it. This man is going in the fucking air, doing all this whole bunch of shit. He's dancing. He's putting on a whole production. Beyonce does the same fucking thing, a production. She's up in the air. She's here. She's there. She's doing all of that stuff. They have that star quality that a lot of people haven't tapped into, and which I feel like a lot of people can. A lot of artists today could possibly get there if they were to, tap in or whatever. Yeah. But do it in their own way. Be their own person. You don't have to be like that, because I'm pretty sure Beyonce was not trying to be like Mike. She just wanted to sing.
Right, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that is what sets people apart, because I feel like I have an eye for, like, because I will say I know a star when I see one. Mm-hmm. Because you can be talented and you can sing, you can dance, but it's like you do have to have that factor to be able to entertain and people want to watch. Right. And some people carry that very well, because I felt like for instance, like Doechii,
she's amazing.
I love Doechii, and I found Doechii, I want to say that was
this is Second Life
2021 maybe. And I was like, wow, I like her. I would love to see where her career is going to go. And then when she got signed to a label and to see the trajectory and where she is now, like, I was like, wow, that's a star. Like, she's not playing no games.
Yeah, I definitely could see her. I could see her putting on productions or whatever. Chris Brown, definitely a full-on entertainer. Full-on entertainer. He does immaculate. I wish that it had but then again, everybody, this is for PC. This is Second Life. It's on PC. It's it's like Sim / GTA / IMVU, all rolled up in one, but a little bit more advanced. But yes, this is my podcast. This is Peach Tea Podcast. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in right now. Make sure that you hashtag FYP in the chat for me, and hit that share button, hit copy link, share it out, or just share it to people that are around you guys. Share it out. Share it to somebody. Share it to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that shares that knows somebody. Hey, SA 101 684 what's going on? Welcome in. Shout out to everybody. Ari, what's going on? Welcome in. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, Chris Brown, definitely. Doechii definitely. She ain't reached it yet, but she getting there.
She's getting there. And I do feel like especially now, just being able to trust yourself in your artistry, and also having a team of people behind you that really want to see you be yourself, I think really helps, versus trying to feel like, oh, we have to stay within this box and be this. Nah, like, let people do them, let them step into their own greatness. Let them trust their gut.
You know, another person too that I see, Doja.
Yes,
Doja for sure. She's a star.
Doja is a star. Yeah.
She has star quality. She's a fabulous entertainer. She definitely puts on the show. She's multifaceted. She sings, she dances, she can. I think if you put her in front of the screen, she can act, because she act like an idiot all the damn time. And
yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, she's very funny, and she raps. So she's multifaceted. And seeing her in concert, of course, she puts on the show.
Yeah, she puts on the show. I had a great time at her concert.
I did amazing. Too, virtually. Yeah. We went to her virtual show. Mo went to her real concert. I went to the virtual show.
Well, I mean, technically I attended both, and I had a great time. Both times.
Absolutely. Let's talk about how the music industry changed, and how I feel as though I think it took away let's start here. When I was younger, but when I really decided, because I love music or whatever, I had decided on being an A&R, because I feel like I have a knack and an ear for talent, that I felt as though, like, oh, this person got the it factor, let's push them, let's get this going. And I wanted to be an A&R so bad. For those of you who don't know what an A&R is, an A&R is a person from a record label who would go out and find the new talent and groom them and shape them, get them ready for everything that was to come with being an artist. And I wanted to be that so bad. And you would go out, you would find these artists, you'd be like, yo, boss, I found this person, amazing, I think that they'll smash the industry, they'll top charts, this, that, and the fourth. You set up the meeting, you bring them back, they have this meeting, they get them signed. Then that's when the work starts coming in, and you start putting in that work and setting up shows and traveling with them and all this whole bunch of stuff, and getting them a manager, all that shit. I wanted to do that. And now that position is gone. That ain't no more, because now they shifted these deals into ready-made artists. Like, they found out, because of social media making it easier for you to push your own self, they want a ready-made artist. They don't want to have to put in the work to get an artist their followers or their gain or their fans and all that whole bunch of stuff, because it's easier to just go ahead and be like, oh, this person got this amount of streams on their songs, they got this much followers, they making a little buzz for themselves, let's bring them in. So it's easier for record labels to get their work and their acts and all that whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's cool. I guess it does take off like a little bit of the work, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Yeah. I was about to say, where the fuck is the music? Do you think that social media helps or hinders the artist?
I think that it helps hands down. I mean, I feel like it is kind of a catch-22 though.
Mhm.
I would say that because of social media and it's for the most part like it's free to make an account, it doesn't you don't really have to put much effort into just getting it started. Um, you know, we really do live in a time where it's like you want to be a music artist, you want to sell your work and make the profits off of it directly. You can do that. You don't really need a record label. Is it playing the long game? Yeah, because you have to build your following and you have to really do a lot to get yourself out there and have the attention. And like, yeah, now people can pay to post a video and have it boosted to different people's feeds, but
Mhm.
you still have to put in the work as well to maintain people's attention. And I do feel like I've come across small artists all the time, and it's just like I follow them. I'll be like, oh, I really like what you have going on here, like I would love to see what's going on, and keep tabs, check in when you pop up on my feed. I love stuff like that. So
Mhm.
it's nice for me as a listener to find somebody who I'm following them and they maybe only have like 800 followers, or maybe they have 2K, and I add the music to my playlist, I share the music to other people, and then the next time they pop up on my feed, they have way more followers and more people are listening, and that is lovely. I love to see it. And in
Yeah.
a sense, that also helps you find your community, because there's a lot of people who create music out there, and especially for people who are like, say like they live in small towns and maybe there's just not really a demographic of people who are into the type of music that they create. And there's
Mhm.
people all over the world who listen to all types of things. you know you could live in West Bumblefuck and you want to be a rapper, or you want to be an R&B singer, but maybe your town has like 300 people max, and they're not really fucking with your sound like that. You put
Right.
your stuff on social media and you never really know who's watching. So yeah, but the flip side is that with social media, it's yes, you want to be marketable, but also it's like the flip side of that is that, can you 100% be yourself transparently? Probably not, just because of how people are today with like cancel culture and how quick people are to discount people just because they don't necessarily agree with
Mhm.
certain things that you may think or feel.
Right.
And that can be the hindrance of you may lose followers, you may lose access to this, lose access to that, and you do have to be careful. But you know play the game smart.
Yes, sir.
It's a great tool if you allow it to be.
True. I agree. I feel like it helps as far as like what you said, like getting yourself out there, getting your music pushed, trying to build your audience and your fan base. Those are the plus sides of it. It's whack that they still have these 360 deals in place, where if you get signed, everything that you touch or whatever, they got to get a piece of that too.
Right.
But tis what it is. Yo, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that is here. Make sure that y'all smash that follow button if you're new here. Hit that share button. Also, tap up the screen. Hashtag FYP in the chat, guys. Let's get into albums.
Sure thing.
We're so all over the place, but music just take you all over the fucking place too. Music just, it's so much to be said about every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Albums. Mo wanted to get into her top albums that is like straight playthroughs.
Yes. I mean, I know that you said talking about like primarily like R&B, hip hop, rap, stuff like
No,
that.
it don't matter.
But I do have a couple of no skip albums that are like more in like rock territory.
That's fine. We love to hear it. You know that.
Oh yes, you know at the top of is that Home Again album from New
Let's
Edition.
go. Hold on, I gotta do it. Yes. Cause what?
Do it, lady.
That's definitely. If I always say
good.
that every time a New Edition Home Again album fucking song comes on my stream, I say this is the best New Edition album y'all have I've ever heard from New Edition, and everybody needs to listen to it. Every single song on that bitch is a no skip. New Edition
song.
every single song. New Edition Home Again, y'all have to listen to it, and it just flows.
Yes,
Whoever fucking did the track list on that shit, phenomenal job.
Yeah, they really did. You can literally just put it on, let it play, and not feel like I gotta skip this song because I don't want to hear this right now.
Right.
It flows perfectly. It's got the nice like upbeat. You can kind of bop in the car. I know for a fact that they was playing some of them songs in the club in the early 2000s. Like people was having the time. I wish I would have been old enough. My God. Oh, I wish I would have been old enough. But then
I was old enough and I still didn't do none of that shit, but still. I know. That was so good.
It's so good. The tinglies just thinking about it. That album is so good.
It makes me want to play it
right
now.
You have to play it. You have to play that shit.
Makes me want to play that shit right the fuck now, bro. That's so good. Golden, what's going on? Welcome in. I didn't even see you. I saw Golden. Bad even. I go to Faith, what's going on? Welcome in. What's your next album, Mo?
Of course, also a no skip album. Frank Ocean's Channel Orange, no skip in my opinion.
I have not heard the whole album. I have not. I've only heard songs off of that album.
It's a great journey. And then of course we talked about Justin Bieber. And then
what's the name of it again?
Journals.
Yes, Journals. Justin Bieber Journals, fantastic. Every song I was like, okay, well I gotta add this. I gotta add this. I kept doing that shit.
That album is so good.
It really is. A song that is, an album that is no skip for me. It would have to be. I'm gonna just take it to Beyonce real quick. I think that Lemonade is her top album, period. That and Black is King.
Yeah, you did tell me that you really like that.
Lemonade by far was her best emotionally vulnerable album I've ever heard that lady fucking sing. And then she went, to me, I feel like she kind of went back into what it was that she know. But her going through that shit with Jay-Z made that album 20 times better than any other fucking Dangerously. I love Dangerously in Love, but there was something about Lemonade, the way that she sang those songs, every single song, no skip, and you could feel her essence in every fucking song. You felt the pain, you felt the betrayal, you felt the hurt, you felt all of that shit on every fucking track, and I loved it. I don't think she would ever be able to top that. And then Black is King, she just tapped like into her the blackest black of her, and I just love that. I think that's a top 10 album. That's just me personally. No skips, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't listened to all of Beyonce's album in albums in totality. The only one
Mhm.
that I ever owned was the B-Day album, but I will say that that is also a no skip album.
Yes, B-Day is definitely
That is a no skip album.
yes.
I'll never forget. I got that whole out the it was the $5 bin at Best Buy back in the day, and I was just going in there like, oh, let me see what's in here, and I grabbed like random albums, and I was just like, oh, I'm surprised that Beyonce's album is in here, so I just grabbed it, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I got home and was like, wow,
Top tier.
I had no idea.
Yeah, yeah. I also feel like 112 Part 3, no skips.
Yeah, 112 definitely has some good albums.
112 first album, great. Second album, fantastic. Third album, nah. Something about that third album, I feel as though they matured and they just grew into they self and they just became like some kind of manly men. I don't know what the fuck it is, baby, but y'all. Part 3, baby. The third
Yes.
album of 112. Absolutely phenomenal. What's another one for you?
I was trying to stick more like on the R&B side.
No, you don't have to. What's these rock ones you got going on here?
Baby, oh, we gonna get into the rock, baby. I'm not gonna hold you. Good Charlotte?
Come on. Yes.
Baby!
Nah, they get an air horn. They get an air horn. Cause fuck, yeah, I love Good Charlotte. Yes, that album.
Yes. The Young and the Hopeless album, no skipping.
No skips.
No skip. And then me personally, I had the other album that I had was the Chronicles of Life and Death, but I had the Life edition.
Uh-huh.
No skip. No skip. They was really
I didn't hear that one. Is that one with the river on it?
Nah.
Oh.
I think that's their fourth album.
Oh.
Again.
But yes. Lifestyle of the rich and famous.
Oh my god.
Come
that
on.
album is so I'm not gonna lie, their first album was good, but
Nah, they was in they duff for that one.
yeah.
They was definitely in the duff for that. That shit was great. Lucky, what's going on? Welcome in. They was definitely in they duff for that album.
Yes.
Especially
Also,
I just wanna live.
yeah, I just
Come
wanna
on.
live. Yeah. And then also,
This is Chi-Chi. What's going on? Welcome in.
did you ever listen to Newfound Glory? Because I feel like not a lot of people was really, well, at least people.
I probably heard a song or two, but not really.
that album, what was it, All Downhill From Here?
I heard of
Or
it,
at least-
yeah.
At least that album that song is on. I can't think of what the name of
Lucky
the album.
Knickers, what's
That's
going on? Welcome in.
Not the shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Catalyst. That's the name of the album. That album is also no skip. 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna have to check these out.
Yeah, that shit is amazing. I used to run that album up, baby.
Chat, do y'all have a album? If you're still here and you're listening and you're watching, if you have an album that is a no skip, drop that in the chat right now. What album do you think is a no fucking skip? Every damn song on that bitch, you just gotta let it play. You just gotta let it play. You know what else too that I didn't realize was a no skip, and that was Maya's first album too.
Oh yeah. She came out swinging.
She did. She
Yeah,
did.
about to say
Cause I had to sit there and remember. One of her songs came on. That baby is yours. No one does it better. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
hold on, yo. I used to love that song. I remember when I had her album and I used to put that shit on fucking repeat. I'm like, yo, this was a good ass fucking album. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
She don't get her props.
She really don't. She really, really don't.
Somebody needs to give that lady her flowers. Everybody needs to give her flowers, to be honest, because she's a legend in her own
Girl.
right.
Yes, Miss Tap Dad's queen.
Okay,
Yes.
clap,
What is
clap,
that,
clap.
velvet?
Please. If sis was here, she would have been like, "Oh no." Golden, thank you so much for that heart. Thank you so much for the heart. What's going on, Golden? How you doing? Golden, is there an album that is no skips for you? Like, is there an album that you could think of that is just absolutely no fucking skips? Sis coming in with all the lightning balls. Thank you so much, Steve. See, is there an album that you could think of that is no skips for you? Thank you for finishing out that live, boy. I appreciate
What is that, velvet?
you. Is there an album? We're talking about albums right now that are no skips. Invasion of Privacy.
Oh, isn't that Cardi B?
Oh, you think Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy is a no skip? That's what Chicken had on it? Because if that's what Chicken had, I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah. But she did, for that to be her first album, she did come out swinging.
She
really
did. When I remember when I was like rocking through the whole fucking album and I heard "This for all my nasty girls," I was like, hold on. Hold on. That's my turn up song. Give me some wah, it's a dead, wah, it's a head. Boy, please, whatever. That's my shit though. I love Cardi.
Yeah, I did too.
Cardi don't do no wrong for me.
She just be doing
She a hot
her
mess. She a hot mess, but I love her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about some old school shit too. As far as hip hop artists,
What is that, velvet?
I say Jay-Z, The Blueprint, the first one, definitely was top tier album, no skips for me. Mary J. Blige, what was that album with Things Weren't the Same? That one. Is it seven?
What is that,
Seven,
velvet?
whatever the devil. I don't fucking know. But that album, I can't even think of his album name. Sis, thank you so much for the heart puffs. And C, thank you so much for the heart me. That album, Mary J. Blige also came out with that My Life. No skips.
Yeah, I remember everybody used to run that up.
Yeah, that was a big shit in my house. My Life? What? My life. No skips on that album.
To run that album up.
Yeah, no skips on that album. I'm trying to think of something else. While we think of that, fuck it. What about like, do you think like the shows back in the day, we was talking about how, you know, A&Rs was finding the artists and all that whole bunch of shit. Was music discovery better in the 90s? Like, as far as radio, MTV, like, you got 106 in Park? Or do you think, like, it's easier now with Spotify and TikTok and YouTube?
I feel like it is easier now just because of how easy it is to come across things that you've never heard before. Now, that's not to say that on like 90s, early 2000s that you couldn't come across it. I mean, I have an uncle who used to own a record store, and he will always have, like, you know, small LPs come in, demos of albums and stuff like that come in. So I remember like getting excited when he would like bring stuff to the house, or I would go to the store and he would be like, "Oh, take this, take this." That's actually how I found out about Neo. Like, before his first album even dropped, my uncle had like a short LP, had like 3 songs on it, and I played that up. And then like a year and a half later is when Neo was like on BET and like releasing the videos and all of that. And I was like, oh wow, I'm glad that, he was a thing. That's awesome. But, you know, yeah, I feel like, you just kind of have to be right time, right place to discover something if you were watching TV. Now, I will say that overall the quality of music that you were discovering 90s, early 2000s, and then plus too, I mean, I will say that, and that could just be the difference, is that that's an experience I never really got to have, like going into like the bigger record stores and being able to listen to albums and like go through the CDs, go through everything and like put it in a little thing or like preview certain shit. Now it's like, yeah, we're doing it at home.
That's so
but
Courtney.
Now the system kind of thinks for you versus having to just come across something on your own and be like, well, you kind of be listening to this, so maybe you should check out this. I feel like everything else was just kind of down to chance or whatever you were exposed to on whatever channels you watched.
True. Yeah. I would say it is definitely easier today as well. I agree with everything that you said, but to me, it's nothing like having a new artist or whatever, and them top 10 videos coming up on fucking 106 at Park and all the screaming ass kids, or even TRL. It was just a time back then. Like, what the fuck? We don't have none of that shit now.
No, for real. We really don't.
Could you imagine TRL? Could you imagine TRL on fucking 106 like now? Motherfuckers gonna be doing TikTok dances the whole fuck.
Yeah. I feel like in this day and age, it would have to be so vastly different for really to really make it entertaining. You know what I mean? Because you also have to take into consideration, social media wasn't a huge thing during those times like it is now. Yes, it existed, but it wasn't prevalent like TikTok and stuff is now. And we have like such easy access to see some of our favorite artists. All we have to do is pick up our phone and type in their name on Instagram or on TikTok if they have an account. And so before, it's like you would only see them random occasion in passing, or you would go to something like that and be able to see them,
I would love to get a celebrity on the show and ask them that. Like, would they prefer times from back in the day as opposed to now with the social media? I like the fact that we're able to get a glimpse of their personality, or get a glimpse of who they really are as a person, because people fail to realize that these are just regular ass people like you and I. They just have a profession that is highly glorified and publicized. And I would love to get somebody on the show and ask them that, like, do you feel like back then in the times, like, it was easier, or would it be better for you if you didn't have social media, if you didn't have all of this stuff, and you was just able to go to like TRL and fucking 106 at Park and shit like that? I wonder how many of them would prefer that. I feel like Ari Lennox would definitely prefer that, because she because she's expressed that she hates social media and shit like that right now. But how many others?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people who would prefer. I mean, depending on where you are in your career, because some people have managed to, like, you may have social media, but you only kind of fool with it just enough and to keep your life private. But for people who are still trying to, establish their footing in the industry and really get themselves out there and having to push, it would be harder to, navigate that and stay on top of social media when you don't really like it, versus being like, oh, I'm gonna go on this show and, be interviewed by the host and talk about my album. And, it was just an easier time. Now, you may have to go on like a radio station and talk about your album and interact with people, but that's not really the same. So,
Do you feel like music videos are still a prime thing, or do you feel like the creativity of music videos has declined since the 90s and the 2000s and stuff?
I feel like a lot of music videos are whack. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like, and I'm not gonna hold you. I am one of those people, like, growing up, I didn't really watch a whole lot of TV, and if I did, it would be on music videos
Me
majority
too.
of the time, like a
Me
solid
too.
90% of the time. So by the
Hmm.
time and you also have to take, I am a 90s baby. So
Yeah.
it's like growing up,
What's up, Zuko?
seeing how videos were like damn near movie productions,
Right.
and the outfits, the costumes, the set, like everything was art. My
Yes.
God.
Shout
And
out
then
to
it's like,
fucking Missy.
yes,
Shout
like,
out to Busta Rhymes.
yes, like music videos used to be so good. And then we got to a point where it's just like, yeah,
Motherfuckers just
the
don't
budget,
care.
yeah, the budget ain't big, and I understand that, but you can make
Exactly. Bree
something.
said back
It
when
does,
music videos had storylines. Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just like, ain't nothing wrong with, having just a music video, and it's just like you and your homies and y'all just kind of doing, but like do something interesting. I want to see the video come on and be like,
What's
wow,
up,
I,
Pluto?
I would like to see this again, not feel like, yeah, it's a one and done. It's not memorable.
What is that, velvet?
And I feel like now we are in a time where there are certain artists that really do take the time to have great music videos, because it's rare. It's rare. Anybody could get a group of people and y'all dancing in a
Right.
room,
Exactly.
twirling around,
Twirling.
like,
Twirling is
yeah,
crazy. As he was
twirling
going
around,
on.
like, that's, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like if you're gonna spend all this money to create a music video, and they're still gonna run it on TV, because MTV still shows music videos. It may be like
Yeah.
Ass Crack of Dawn, but and then they have like the Vivo channels and stuff like that. That's still play
Right.
music.
What's up, kid?
But it's like you see videos now that are like, crap. I'd be like, wow, the song might be
What's up,
cool,
Shay?
but the video just ain't hitting.
Right. Bree
It's
said
super
we don't even
sad.
get behind the scenes footage for music videos either, and it's low key sad. It really is. It really is. Like I said, growing up in that era was a time. That's what I went to school for. I went to college to be a music video director. So I have, my major was in film. And my day was cool, Jamal. Thank you so much for asking. Shout out to, let me just pause myself. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. I appreciate everybody. What's going on? We are talking about DJs running that shit back. We talking about everything 90s music, comparing it to today's music. We're talking about music videos, albums that are no skips. We're talking about it all right here, right now, here on Peach Tea Podcast, where the tea is sweet, but the talk is spicy. Funk Master Flex. Pluto, thank you so much for that flower, the rose. I appreciate that. Bree said, I blame social media for taking over music and media accessibility. You had to tune into all of the music video channels in order to watch whatever was new and popping. This is true.
Like I said, the access to it is kind of a downside. I mean, yes, I do appreciate that right now, like, the access to media that we have is great because we can see things on demand. And then there was a point in time where, like, you would go to YouTube and there wouldn't be certain music videos on there.
Right.
Like, you'd be like, damn, I wish they had this video. And there are a few songs here and there that you might randomly come across and they still have it. But, times they're different. and this is the thing that I've said before in different settings, but it's just like there is such a great amount of great music out there, and you have all of this access to the greats that came before you. You don't have to copy somebody, but you should see how much effort and how much thought was put into the music videos before. So it's like, like I said, it's just you and 6 other people in a room under a soft white light, and y'all just around.
Bree said true, but it's almost too accessible to the point where artists aren't putting in the effort anymore.
Yeah. But it's like, there's no excuse, because there's
Fat
people
Girl Bree,
still
what's
out there
going on?
making really great videos with their iPhone.
Yeah,
I've seen it done,
Misha
so
good.
it's just like, if you're just unoriginal, that's a you thing. And if you're signed to a major label, they must not trust you to put out anything really great creatively, because if the budget ain't there, the budget ain't there, but you could do a lot for less.
Tiff, what's going on? Yeah, like I was saying, I had went to school to be a music video director. My major was film, and the reason why I chose to do music video directing is because I was so inspired by the music back then. I was seeing like Hype Williams do his motherfucking thing. Like, he was my number one fucking, I'm like, yo, this man is bananas, like with what he could put together. And I was so in awe behind him, as well as other music video directors, and how they was putting together this art and creating storylines with the pictures, and I mean with the artists, and coming up with these things. Like I said, shout out to Missy and Busta for like coming with the super creativity. Them videos never made fucking sense, but it was fucking magic, and it was fucking like, it didn't make sense, but it made sense.
You couldn't look away. It was just
you couldn't look away, because it was just fire. Why they had on these big illustrious fucking costumes, and for God's sakes, Missy had on a fucking garbage bag and did her fucking thing. People don't be thinking outside the box. I feel like they be too worried about how people are gonna look at them and how people are gonna view them. You know what, too? What made me like the Migos, because at first I did not like them. What made me like them was their music videos, because I saw they had the same kind of humor that Busta and Missy was bringing to theirs. So I was like, oh, they kind of silly. I kind of like that. When they was doing the fucking mariachis or whatever the case, when they was doing stir fry, and when they was doing all that whole bunch of shit, I was like, okay, so that's what made me like them and start listening to their music. Even though they just be making a whole bunch of noise on their shit too, but that's what made me listen to them even more and like them further. It was because I'm so much of a visual person, and I love music videos. I'll see music videos and be like, damn, they should have did it this way, and I'll see it in my head. I could listen to a song and put a music video together very easily.
Yeah,
I swear I missed my calling for that, but
it's never too late for anything.
Oh no.
Oh, girl, please.
Bree said we don't have any more artist development agencies, and it shows. Nah, we was talking about that. That was one of the first things that we was talking about. Music video aside, a lot of artists don't even know how to conduct themselves either. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Wicked times.
Now, or like you said, Mo, all you see in the music videos, especially when it comes to like rap artists, all you see is them holding fucking wads of fucking money and showing off they fucking watches. Like, okay, we've seen this so many times before. Like, we get it. You get money. Congratulations.
Right.
Can you show me something else in your music video? We get it. I would like to see a storyline. I would like to see somebody do like a modern take on bringing it back to DMX. How's it going down? I would like to see like a modern take on that, even so, because I think that would be kind of fresh. if somebody was to bring that like that kind of take on a music video, even if they sample his fucking song and do that. Taja name is going on. Welcome in. I would like to see a lot more originality in these music videos. I'm tired of seeing a whole group of men too in the music video, just standing around just flossing to somebody else motherfucking video. I've seen some videos where it be like the main people be all crispy and clean and mad, like looking all flying shit, got on ice, and then the other motherfuckers that's in the background, they got on a fucking regular ass Cuban link chain that ain't even gold, and they have on like a polo shirt. That's the end of my
Just
story.
random as hell in the back.
Just random. Like, what do you do? Why are you even here, sir? They couldn't help you? They couldn't help you get right, sir? That's crazy.
The baby, they's just extras.
On that note, though, we need to talk about the oversaturation of samples being a musical downfall. Yeah, if it's not done right. If it's not done right. You know who I felt always did too much like sampling, even though he did just by some of them? Tory Lanez. I felt like he was overdoing it with the samples.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of like turned it into a thing. Now, some of the songs, I mean, I haven't listened to any of his more recent stuff.
Me either.
Yeah, it's been some years, but yeah, it's like he had like a whole album or two like just full of rework samples, and I was just like, like I get it, like it's cool, but as like a one-off, not like your whole album. Sounds like it wasn't necessary.
Like a couple of songs, let that be it, but to just constantly, no thank you, I'll pass on that. Who did justice by some samples? Fucking what's his damn name? Not every song from the past needs to be sampled, to be honest. Bringing back original melodies and lyrics, please. Yes, I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Who did justice? I feel like Dipset did amazing with fucking samples. They did amazing. Whoever, I was about to say whoever they beat person was, but it was the Heatmakers. Heatmakers did phenomenal with them during that time when Dipset was taking over. They did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know a whole lot of Dipset songs.
Oh,
but
that was me. Oh.
It's because I'm from the West.
But I'm talking about, when they first came out, I'm not ready, and they came out with that Dipset.
Yeah,
Cameron and all that shit.
I only know like maybe like a couple of their songs for real, because it was just like if it was on the radio, I knew it, but like nobody in my family really listened to them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a New York thing, maybe.
But I mean, like I was exposed to some New York artists, but.
Oh, we talked about that too. Remember how I was like, when I grew up, I really did not hear or listen to a lot of California music, California rap, none of that stuff. I've only ever listened to like a whole bunch of New York was a heavy influence, I guess, growing up in my life, in my time, or whatever the case is. New York was very heavy. If you was in New York, you was very heavily influenced by New York culture, New York music, and West Indian music. Period.
Yeah.
Like it was TB456 was going on. Welcome in. It was heavy. So I didn't really hear a lot. Like I would hear Snoop. Snoop was big, yes. Dre was big, yes. But I didn't hear like Too Short like that. I didn't hear all those other people. What's that other shit? Anybody from the Bay? When I watched Soul Train, I came across E40 with the Sprinkle Me. That's my shit.
Hell yeah.
That's my shit. Lioness Leo. Thank you so much for the likes. But I love that. Nisha, what's going on? Welcome in. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in right now.
How like regional sound, but I mean, I will say, now I feel like if you're young, you're more likely to be exposed to everything. Cause like I didn't get exposed to like music or like rap from the South or the Midwest until I was like Asia.
Me either.
Now it's like I remember certain songs and they be like, "Oh, how you know that?" And I be like, "Listen, some of the homies put me on. I know about this, I know about that."
Immediately
but growing up, nah.
Immediately as a kid, I grew up on Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, who was my first boyfriend. Hello, I love you still. Who else? Big Daddy Kane, A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. I grew up on that, and then it turned into me experiencing everything else as far as like Avril Lavigne and Good Charlotte and Busta and Missy and Jay, and then it just was a tumbleweed. And then as I got older, my sound well, and then of course too, growing up in my household, it was Michael Jackson. And then I grew up with a lot of country music as well. A lot of country music. If it wasn't country music, it was Michael Jackson. If it wasn't Michael Jackson, it was like a lot of heavy drum like solos, like fucking listening to Earth, Wind and Fire and a lot of band people, because my father was a prodigy. So it was like like all of that I listened to. And then I grew up, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then I, of course, listened to like 20s, 30s, and 40s music, 50s music, 60s music, 70s. Anything up, I was listening to all of that stuff. So I was exposed to a lot of that stuff, but I just was not exposed to like LA and Atlanta and Bay Area and none of that stuff growing up immediately, because it was just Jay, Big. Oh, and of course, Tupac.
Yeah. Pac was big in my house. Yeah.
With his fine ass. That man fine as fuck.
Yes.
Ooh. Talk about it. Talk about it.
His crazy ass.
Okay. I wonder if he was if he was still alive. Like, who would he be attached to? Who would he have smashed?
A whole bunch of baby.
What?
He would have got me.
He would have got me too.
He would have got me. My God,
Tupac, you can have it several ways, okay?
He can get it whatever he wants from me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll let him talk that black power stuff right to talk me through it. Yum yum.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Pac with your fine ass.
Yeah.
Boy, you look good, won't you, man?
But yeah, I will say that, I mean, I was exposed to different things. My mom, she listened to quite a few different things. She was mostly a rap girly. I'm not gonna hold you. She did listen to a lot of rap, but I will say that my mom was always a fan of Jay-Z and Nas, because she used to keep those albums on rotation. What was that? Fucking Illmatic, and what was that other Jay-Z album?
Yeah, Illmatic.
The album with Money Cash Hoes on it. That's her shit.
Oh yeah, that was a good album too.
That was a good album too. Yeah. She used to run that up. Shout out to my madre.
Broom, 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 broom. Oh, throw them bowls. That's what that just immediately took me down. Like what? What?
Yeah.
If you could bring back one 90s artist to drop a new album today, who would it be?
Let me think.
That's a good ass question. Bree said Aaliyah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like at first, that would be my first thought, because I think that if she were still around, I think that
Her
her
sound would have
sound,
definitely, yeah.
yeah, I feel like her
Timberland would have
sound and
cooked some shit up for her.
absolutely, absolutely,
I
yeah.
think I think if Aaliyah was still around, Nelly Furtado wouldn't have been into play either.
I think that Nelly Furtado
Just
would have
she just
probably still been a thing, but I think that she probably would have more so stuck with the same sound as when
well, I'm like
she
a bird.
first came out. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that was my jam. My dad loved that album, ran it up. Like he loved Nelly Furtado at that time.
Cause
Oh my
I'm
god.
like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where my home is. Why you don't know where
Yeah.
your home is? You flying around. You forgot where you put your nest at?
You stupid. Uh,
Nah. But yeah, Aaliyah would be a good, because I would like to hear that too. Aaliyah was in her own lane, just like the rest of the R&B peers at the time. Yeah, she was.
yeah, for sure, for sure. She
I'm trying to
definitely
think,
has.
who would I want to from the '90s to drop an album right now? Mm. Mm. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I can't even think. Nah. Michael Jackson. Nah. It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't hit how it's supposed to.
I think that, honestly, if Mike was still around, I still feel like his albums would still be good.
No, they'll
I
be
think that
good, but it wouldn't
he would be
be.
having collabs with people you would never fathom he would have collabs with though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we would be like, Michael, what the fuck you doing over here with these people?
He gonna be on the album with Trippie Redd.
Yeah, like I feel like he would just have a track with like random ass people. He'd be like, how did y'all even meet each other? What? Living his best life, okay?
That's such a good thing. I love it. Sounds so good. What do you think, Chris? Christmas? What do you think, Christmas? Is it good, Chris? You like that?
Oh my god.
I love Michael. Oh my god. Nah, I definitely have to think about it. Tiffany Michelle, what's going on? Welcome in. Would you look at the time? I didn't even get a chance to really go through the questions that I had, but that just means there'll be a part 2 to this fucking to this thing. And maybe we'll bring some more people into the scenario. So what's the scenario? Yeah. Bree, if you would like to be on this show, all you gotta do is just say so. You make a lot of valid points about this music. You could be on the next music episode, girl. Amber, what's going on? Welcome in. That's all the time we have, babes. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. We really was talking about a lot of shit, and we still ain't get into a lot of shit.
I do like that.
It do be like that. That's why I was like, yo, this probably gonna be like a part 2, like a second part to DJ Run That Back.
Yes, come.
Yes. Bring that ass. Jordana, what's going on? Welcome in. But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so very much for tuning in. All the likes and the shares and the gifts and the conversation. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. I will be back on Monday. I'll try to be live at 11 a.m. at the normal time. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We love that you enjoyed the conversation. Again, this is Peach Tea Podcast, and we out of here. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. Well, we out. Later, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. See y'all later. What they talking about 107? What was that? what that was. Hold on. Hey. Oh. Pop. Hey.